And here we go. Augusta Woods is back in court. If you've been following, you know this case has been popping up more than a Netflix series recap. Let's see if today finally settles things, or just sets up the next episode.
Augusta Woods versus Paul Reedy and Nell Rei. Well,
Daniel Landman for the plaintiff. Mr. Reedy was present. There he is. Just needs to zoom to unmute.
Okay. Mr. Reedy, we got to quit meeting like this. All right.
Welcome back. Yeah.
All right. No, it's all right. What is plaintiff's claim?
Your Honor, plaintiff is showing rent to retain of $373.83 and costs are $218. So the grand total is $591.83.
All right, Mr. Reedy, how are we going to get that done?
Okay. I've been trying to get it straightened up. Was close to getting it straightened up. I paid $1,100 on the 3rd. Then my truck broke down. I bought a used truck, and the warranty that I purchased, of course, didn't cover corrosion for my exhaust manifolds. So that's in the shop getting fixed. I'm like, man, it was $288, and then the late fee, and then the court fee was like, oh my gosh. Anyways, I called the lawyer's office yesterday, and they said they didn't see my name, so I was hoping it was like a dismissal or something. But I'm just trying to find out if there's any way I could work with them and get everything totally paid on the 3rd when I get my check. I've been saying that, but then it's like something happens. I don't owe a ton. And I'm close to being good, but man.
No, I got you. Let me ask you this. Between now and next Friday, how much do you think you can pay?
I hate to say that I can pay it and not be able to pay it, but I'm going to do whatever you say to do, you know.
Well, I'm asking you, how much do you think you can pay between now and then? You're not that far.
I'm not sure. Hopefully at least a couple $100. I know it's more than that. But
what I'll do is I'll just put a couple hundred here, somewhere by the 19th, and I understand what you're telling me. I'll adjourn this out to September 19th, 2025 at 3 p.m. All right, that's an in-person hearing. And then contact the attorney's office or the management and see what you can work out.
Okay, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, sir. Thank you very much.
All right, take care, sir.
Have a good day.
You too. Arbor Meadows versus...
Classic. The "my truck broke down" defense. Always a fan favorite in rent court. This is where judges have to balance compassion for real-life struggles with enforcing the lease terms. Tough spot, but notice how the judge stays patient here.
Thomas Miller.
Daniel Landman for the plaintiff. I do see Mr. Miller being in the Zoom meeting.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello, Mr. Miller. Can you turn on your camera down there, or?
I'm here in the court learning the laptop here. My phone was,
it's all right.
Oh, there he is.
Gotcha.
My phone wasn't connecting. It connected, kicked me out. Connected, kicked me out. So I figured I'd call the number and get up here.
It's okay. We got the message that you were having problems and you're coming down. So appreciate you doing that. All right. How much is owing on this?
Your Honor, my client's books and records reflect a balance of $2,202.60, costs of $175 for a grand total of $2,377.60.
Your Honor, that would be as of October 1st. It's not October 1st yet, so that next month is not due.
Let me check that, Your Honor.
Hold on a second.
I only owe for
Hold
September.
on, Mr. Miller.
Yes.
Your Honor, the ledger is reflecting that that's owed through September. It does not include October.
No. I'm only 1 month behind.
You're 1 month behind for
September, sir.
You think you paid through August?
I would have to jump into my receipts, but I'm only expecting $1,123.73, I believe.
That, Your Honor, was
And that's what
amount in August. without
Your
him
Honor,
turning the numbers around.
I have the court paper here of the number is 1,123 on the court paper. It's not 2,000.
I gotcha. No, and those court papers, let me just double check, would have been filed with your August balance because those were filed in August. And now September's due. All right.
I can't
Let me ask
argue
you
without my records, without the receipts. So
okay.
I was
So
only
between now and next week, how much can you pay?
I have 300 in my pocket. I've had to pay everything else due to medical problems between my wife and myself. I've been unable to work, and she can't work because they won't hire her.
All right.
But I have 3 degenerative discs, so there's times that I can't even walk, Your Honor. And I've been, this last year has been really bad. I've been working with some dermatologists, rheumatologists, and all this to get me to where I can manage. I've got psoriatic arthritis, which is also psoriasis. So it's really hard sometimes. This is why you see me a lot, is because sometimes I can't hold up to my responsibilities, but it normally doesn't take me very long to come back.
Okay. So here's what I need you to do, and let's see what we can work out. Pay the 300 to your landlord today, and then I'll adjourn this out to September 19th at 3 p.m. That'll be an in-person hearing, so you need to come down to the courthouse like you did today, but you get to come into the courtroom. Okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, and we'll see what we can do. All right, take care.
Ouch. Reality check. The judge is reminding Mr. Miller that court papers aren't a get-out-of-rent-free card. They just reflect what was owed when the case was filed, meaning September's payment is officially on deck.
Park Road Family Dividend Housing versus Deja Baker.
It's Deja Baker, Your Honor.
Say it again.
Deja.
Deja. Okay, I get it right today, but I'll mess it up next time. I guess.
Okay.
All right.
It's hard.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Good morning.
Counsel?
Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Samantha Sprague, 1931, appearing on behalf of the plaintiff.
All right. And what is plaintiff's claim in this case?
Yes, Your Honor, we do show that currently there is past due rent in the amount of $2,779.23, along with court costs of $239.40, for a total due owing of $3,018.63.
All right. And Ms. Baker, how are you intending on getting that paid?
Your Honor, at the moment, I do not have the money to pay that.
Okay. Have you sought out any assistance at all?
I have. Your Honor, thank you for allowing me to speak first and foremost. I'd like to explain why I stopped paying my rent in July. It was not made lightly. It was due to my landlord's repeated failure to uphold their responsibilities under the lease and maintain a premises in a livable condition. There were even problems prior to my move-in. The original lease that I signed on date of January 24th, but the complex changed that date to January 31st. Without my consent, even with the new date, I was still required to pay a proration rate of $550. On top of that, I didn't sign an official lease until March 6th, which caused confusion about my rights and my obligations. Most recently, I came home to find a leak in my ceiling that caused a large hole in my apartment. The water damaged my new sectional, my television, and resulted in the death of my pet gerbil. The hole is still present and the leak was never properly resolved. The situation made my apartment unlivable.
Did you tell the landlord you had a leak?
Yes, I did. I had called them that same night, and the maintenance director came to my apartment that night and discussed with me a few more issues that was going on in the apartment complex, as far as a shooting that had just happened the day before, as well as other problems with tenants having the water leaks in their apartments. It's black mold growing in the building. There is a tenants union that's trying to pursue a civil lawsuit against Huron Vista about the problems that
All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stop you right there. I'm gonna adjourn this out to September 19, 2025 at 3 p.m. That's an in-person hearing. You'll need to appear. I will reserve from this date the issue of escrow on this matter. You'll need to file a written answer with the court detailing what your complaints are. You'll need to do that by September 18, 2025. You need to send a copy to the attorneys for your landlord.
Okay.
All right, we'll see you next week in person. Thank you.
Whoa, this just got heavy. Damage to property is one thing, but a pet's death raises the emotional stakes. Cases like this often bring up the legal concept of warranty of habitability. Basically, your landlord must provide a livable home. This could turn into more than just a rent dispute.
Hi, Your Honor.
Hello. What's your name?
Sharia Caldwell.
This is very unusual. Ma'am, do you think you paid your rent?
So what happened in my situation was for the month of August, I tried to go into the office and give them the cashier's check, but they told me that they were no longer accepting cashier's checks for whatever reasons within our company policy that had changed. So at that point, it was mid-August. They have filed in court. And so the late fees, the court fees was an additional almost $700.
No, I got you. I got you.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out, usually these attorneys are here, and so I'm giving them some latitude. Can we call their office? All right, ma'am, I'm going to stand in recess a bit, and then I'll come right back. You're all I've got left, but I don't know where the other side is, okay?
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. And the court does recall the case of Valley Ranch versus Caldwell.
Thank you, Your Honor. Rachel Dornbush, Palace Law, on behalf of the plaintiff.
What is plaintiff's claim in this case?
Your Honor, we have a total due with court costs of $4,954.36.
All right. And Ms. Caldwell, how are you intending on getting that paid?
Hi, Your Honor. So I was mentioning before that I tried to come into the office to pay with the cashier's check for the month of August. However, I was told that they no longer accept the cashier's check. And that when you try to pay online using your debit card, it was an additional $100 and something that I didn't have. So what happened was, after mid-August, once they said that they wasn't accepting my cashier's check, the court had the fees and the late fees, the court fees had already been filed and added. So at that point, I couldn't afford that piece of it. In between time, in additional, what was happening as well is that the second bedroom, we've been having issues to where it's been flooding, like the entire bedroom. So now I believe there is mold growing around the baseboards of the second bedroom. So right now, my goal was to work with the property management company because of the mold from the issues of, I believe it's like a foundational issue because we're kind of like right off the pond area. So when it rains and we're garden level, it's the whole entire second bedroom gets flooded out. So at this point, I wanted to work with the property management company to see what the options were.
All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to order that if you've got what you claim are repair issues, I need a written answer to the court by September 18th, next Thursday, and you need to send a copy to plaintiff's counsel.
Understood.
Thank
All
you,
right.
Your Honor. And just so the court's aware, and when I spoke with my client, Your Honor, the person who I spoke with was unaware of the issue that Ms. Caldwell raised, but it looks like she did submit some maintenance work orders. Sounds like she informed the leasing consultant that she didn't intend to pay this month's rent, but that she intended to put the rent in escrow. So with that being said, would the court entertain an escrow order today?
I will, particularly since there was an indication that the payment for August was attempted to be paid but was not paid. So how much is the monthly rent?
It is $2,055, Your Honor, and then there are utilities, water, sewer based on usage. There's a static trash fee of $5 and a service fee of $4, but the water, sewer themselves are based on usage.
Got it. All right, ma'am. Since you're saying to pay your August rent, I'm going to order that August rent be placed into court escrow. All right. That means you have to come to the court and you have to pay that into the court. You need to do that within 7 days of today's date. I'd suggest you do that by the 18th.
Understood.
And Your Honor, the total amount that was due for August, so the court is aware. I'm just taking out the court fees. Give me one moment.
Okay.
Total charge for August was $2,260.60. That includes the water, sewer, trash, and service fee. And then the September charge. The September charge is $2209.08, and I can prorate that if the court desires.
Please do.
Times, what do we have? 18 days left. All right, looks like the September charge would be $1325.45.
All right. So 2260.60 and then 1325.45.
2260.60 and then 1325.45.
Okay. All right. Ma'am, I need you to deposit with the court. I'm going to order escrow at this time, given what you've said regarding the rejection and payment and everything. So you'll need to provide to the court. Let me try to do my math here. Or paid to the court. 5.
This is the moment where everyone watching silently does the math with the judge and panics on behalf of the tenant. Escrow orders are serious. Pay the rent into court or risk losing the case. It's the judge's way of saying, prove you can pay while we sort this out.
$3,586.05.
And Your Honor, I can prepare an order to that effect, and I'll indicate that if this case proceeds into any additional month, that it would be due within the ordinary course.
Yes, ma'am. That'd be fine. All right. So I need that within 7 days of today's date, okay? Ms. Caldwell?
Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. And so that you're aware, that amount would need to be paid to the court in cash. Okay.
Gotcha.
So that there's no misunderstanding and you come all the way up here with that. I will then adjourn this matter to September 19th, 2025. Ms. Caldwell, that's an in-person hearing at 1 p.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All righty. Thank you.
Thank you.